Kenny! Hello there. It's your boy, Tasty King. Sounds good. Remove the headset. Okay. So, as you know, I do my recordings for the show. I went from 2 to 1. I record my shows on Sundays for Spill the Geek Tea. And I thought about it. I had in the bio for Facebook and the YouTube page and nothing else. I had 3 locations. I said, what did I say? Spinning off into filling the void. That was the original one. Spinning off into filling the void. You know what? We gotta get back into MySpace. You said it. I'm gonna. And it's funny thing. I was scrolling down through Facebook and said, "Oh, you scrolled so far back. You're back in MySpace." You know, back then when you had the page and you had to learn HTML just to do everything, and then I left it, and something happened to my page, and I had to redo it, and it was not the same. I think it's pretty much time to. I'm gonna have to look. I can look at that. Hey, Jim, I can look in that. But I had it first, spilling off into filling the void. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea, and that's what I'm going to say from now on too. Then I changed it. I took off the into two to. I thought, is that right? I brought up Grammarly, and it's not only it was too short, but into was correct. So I switched all 3 back to the way it was. The YouTube page, the Facebook fan page, and whatever I have on here, I don't remember. Did I do it for StreamYard yet? I'm going to just go into StreamYard real fast. Just because. StreamYard. And I'm going to bring up Enter Studio. I got to fix it. I just can't remember. I don't know. How is it that I'm getting this dude's stuff on here? Spill the Geek Tea. Bring my stuff. Bring up the banner. Edit the banner. Spinning off into the void. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. Join us as we go beyond and venture forth into all fandoms. Enter if you dare, and please wipe your feet. With the YouTube address, my YouTube address, Timescale's YouTube address, Katie's Instagram, Kenny's YouTube address, and Jay's YouTube address. Save. Let me exit studio and just take a peek real fast. Storage is at 44 hours and 14 minutes of 50 hours. I have nothing in my studio. And me paying only $10 a month. I never got into AOL. Never. I think my best friend still has AOL. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. You know, when I record the show, I keep it on so I can do the broadcast. You got mail. And then when it airs on Monday night, 6 p.m., I now fix it to air on anyone can go in there, but still, because I can do it, I have it on this page. I have it on the backup page. I do save it on my computer, but the download takes upload. So I save it to here. I post it on my Facebook page. I post it on Twitch. I post it on the backup page, which has 12 subscribers. If I can get all 900 and some friends from Facebook and the almost 200 friends, because I lost, co-host, you know, 1,000 friends to subscribe to here be made. I may be very, very happy about here. I have 185 subscribers now. I mean, I have said from the beginning, like, why can't I get 1,000 subscribers on my page here when they're friends on Facebook and Instagram? And also with the magnificent crew I created, I should have had over 1,000 people already. It's just, the greatest show no one's watching. Spill the Geek Tea. But I got my research up again. I'm going to bring up the pages on, because we call it Veterans Day. And in the UK, it's, here we call it Veterans Day. In the UK, they call it Remembrance Day. In late June, for the UK, it was Veterans Day, but they changed it to Armed Forces Day. And of course, we have Memorial Day, which is late May. And we had a different name for Veterans Day before, as Armaments Day. So cannot get it confused with Memorial Day. Memorial Day is everyone that was lost. Veterans Day is those that are veterans, even now adding to it veterans that have passed. So it's the original concept of the show of Mark and I talking of cultural differences, US, UK cultural differences. So we're not going to say leave it for a little playlist thing. It's for a main show. If the main show, it's, doesn't matter. Playlist is for little bits and pieces. Someone has something to say, something to show. Like when we recorded Mark, well, when Greg and I watched Mark drive home at night through UK, and he said, I hope you're recording this. And I said, I'm recording it now. And so Mark just talked and we did the whole thing. So that's playlist there. Something Kenny wants to post anything, create a playlist because it's ours, it's ours. But if there's something to say, period, it's going to be on the Monday show. Got to get all down. So Veterans Day, Remembrance Day, I have everything else set up. I'll go over the basics of Veterans Day. Mark will go over everything for Remembrance Day. Even if it's a half-hour show, it's still a show. That's what matters. But for my show here today, it's been, I'm not talking about anything. Someone flagged the Legend of the Charming TARDIS Tuesday night episode, which, for various reasons, I just anyway, flagged it because mentioning the election, something like that. And this was, Tuesday night live show. I was just pondering, saying, why wasn't none of my comments seen? I was told that it was just not seen by the producer and host at the time. Producer and host. I said to Mark, he says, we have a own show. As I said, spinning off into filling the void. So 2 things. I am my own show. I am not getting any backup in support as I really wanted to. I am to say that I'm a spin-off, fine. But as we had a discussion before, when this one person, I still don't know who it was going to be on the other show, but found out someone else, co-host, is on my show and had a whole conniption, whole fit, I could say. I thought things like, well, just say I quit the other show, and I have no connection to the other show. You bring in the guy, and honestly, I'm kind of feeling that way. I got no support when I logged in as Spill the Geek Tea. Comments. I saw the comments, but Dave didn't see it, and then he wants to be on the show, wants to be part of the show. So I don't. He said no, he just didn't see it. He said he didn't see his own post. I just find that strange. Now, I'm not going to bother. Even I'll try it sometime. I'll try again later on. I'll try on another Tuesday, logging in as Spill the Geek Tea. I make comments, but it's just kind of strange. And then the whole situation, it just got worse. Kenny, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. And I'm completely over it. I've had enough. I can only take so much pain, so much that I hold back. Share the Geek Tea playlist for all. Yeah. Type up passwords. Oh, I wrote down the passwords. Clean desk. I throw my paperwork in the little thing there, so my desk is messy again. But what's the point of having the note in here when I can't read the note? Speaking of which, I got this. Almost showed it, didn't I? No, send me mail. Send me mail because, I'll be selling things on my page here anyway. Once upon a time when I was making some money, I was trying to be nice. Ooh, nice stamp. Maybe I'll save that. The cost of a stamp. I did my duty of sending money to the Orlando Union Rescue Mission for Thanksgiving, and one time I didn't, and ever since then it's always you can give a Thanksgiving dinner for only $1.24. Well, at the time I was making something, even though I was a temp, I was being nice, and now I don't even make anything. So I'm sorry, I just can't. There's priorities, and I still think that I still said it, if I could alter the timeline, change the past, and not even be here anymore, I probably would. Sometimes I think it's just best that I'm not here. That the universe can do things without me. Things happen. Of course, I did see a funky spider at the post office, like underneath my post office box, and it was brown and spotted. Like, I hate spiders. It may have been a good spider. I don't know, but I don't like them spiders and snakes. I know what it takes to love me. It's a freaking big old, like, yikes. It's still, it could have been a wolf spider. Yeah. It's because, it's still the woods and it's in the post office and things crawl everywhere. Yeah. Okay, I gotta look it up. Yeah, I know you can tell me, but could have been good. Maybe could closely look at. So okay, wolf spiders inject venom and continually provokes symptoms when they bite includes swelling, mild pain, and itching in the past. Okay, no. Okay, there's enough. I look like I saved a life. What's odd? Lady brought her baby in a little stroller thing, carriage thing. I was like, wow. How do you know that kid wasn't bit? Ugh. I remember seeing a Black Widow when I worked at Home Depot. And where was it? It was in the break in case of emergency box. Yikes. But, okay, so I made the fix again. So it says spinning off into filling the void. So those two things. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. The intro does have my voice on there. I did pay the 99 cents for the codecs. Should have been free. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. I think Mark actually did update. I think it's good. It's on there. I think it's on the Google Drive too. The outro video that he was made was hilarious. I just had the idea of, if you're spilling tea, it has to be mopped up. We're going to do the explanation of the difference between the Veterans Day against Memorial Day. Would you do a Memorial Day one in May? Do an Armed Forces Day in late June. So at least that's 2 episodes for next year. Because I was going about, say, again, the brain. I was thinking I was going to talk about pop music, but that's another episode. Talk about things on Memorial Day, which but Veterans Day, still a link there. I can talk about my friend who is suffering, and the VA is not doing much about that. But let me talk about. Let me at least have our episode. Plus, it's going to be, I'm sticking in the 2-minute, prepare yourself thing, 2-minute countdown. I'm putting in the 1-minute introduction. We're going to do a 2 minutes of silence. That's 5 minutes. 5 minutes there. So I'm sure we'll have a nice, decent little episode. I know Katie was very upset with, what happened with, much I almost said the title and I was like, oh God, I don't mean that. Much sadness and anger has come across with everything. Again, I'm not going to talk about it. As I said, I don't trust anyone. We will see what happens next. We always do. That's what we learn. You live, you learn, and then there's loves. I was going to do some videos, but right now I'm kind of full, so I no snack videos. I'm going to make a joke comment here in a second. Well, not a joke, actually. It's it was interesting that past couple days it's been raining. It's like was it raining Wednesday? I think I was home. Yeah, it rained Wednesday. It was not supposed to rain Thursday. So it would be 20%. It rained. Not supposed to rain Friday. 20%. All these little 20% chance of rain. We got rain. And when it rains, it pours ignorance. Anytime there's bad weather outside, it was fog this morning. The fog. And people are on the road. You can't stop them from driving me up the wall. They have to get their groceries. Yesterday, a blonde almost into the door. She actually sprinted as, I should say, one who works in Delhi and soon to be manager, because thankfully our manager is going to leave soon enough, and Daniel-san is being trained. He knows freaking everything. He went from working in the deli. I'm sorry, no, he didn't do that. He worked in the dairy as produce manager. working into produce as helping out because they kept being short. So back and forth, to working in the back as the delivery receiving manager to do, all this stuff, everything. I used to do that when I was at Dollar Tree. I didn't get paid for it. I just got the title. But he learned everything. He's learning all these things. And when my stuff comes in from another company, which I do on Sundays because no time on Saturday to do it now. I need a couple hours to do it. I take out these boxes. I take out the invoice, make sure everything's in there. Last week, short a box of items, and it's a substitution. So it's utter stupidity, and it came from New York. So he's doing all this, and now he's being trained to be assistant manager, which will eventually become store manager. And so I need to be, he knows how I am. But I need to be on my P's and Q's when he's in charge. I like him. He's a good guy. So we're doing all this stuff, right? But yesterday, as I said, three of us are standing outside waiting for the doors open. Mark, I talked about you. I got the list, as we're going to talk about Veterans Day and Remembrance Day. And we'll save Armed Forces Day, late June, and Memorial Day, late May, for 2 more future episodes. But as Daniel, myself, and Debbie were sitting outside, and this blonde comes sprinting towards the door and almost hits her face. On my nose. And if you look right there at the sign, right in front. Yes, they do. I said, I'm glad you said it, because I couldn't bite my tongue any longer. The arrogance of these people is when it's raining outside, they want to take out the electric cart. They want you to take out their groceries because it's raining, and they don't want to move the car in there. They want to get the floor all wet without taking out the bags and put the umbrellas in. It's just, as Dan would say, because he's retiring in a couple months anyway. He's worked since he was 14 years old, so he's gonna be 62 early next year. He's retiring. He's done. He said, 3/4 of the people in Georgia have no intelligence. Very old funnel. At least, let's see. I'm here in the trees, the post office. 3 miles, maybe down the road, by the church. Some time ago, people are still shopping. They don't care. It's because of Veterans Day, and they want to go shopping and overindulge in buying things, things that they can't afford. You're getting all these things. Oh, you have food stamps. Oh, you have writing a check. What's wrong with you? Some are using checks for churches. Like, what? I had one from the high school bought a lot of food and other supplies. My assistant manager went crazy, and well, I'm going to send them an email because this is like a shopping list. I said, oh, no. Don't know, don't care. I'm just do what you tell me to do. But people are overindulging, and they're saying that inflation is going down. Like, no. Consumer spending is going up. Of course it's going up. I am. I got that stupid thing here. It's not as bad. I'm going to back up a bit. Yeah, it's a good thing I was getting too wired up. people are still overindulging on everything. People don't want to stop. I mean, look at this. I mean, calm down a bit and everything else. If need be, I am using the phone that Kenzo's Creations gave to me. So I will use that as my little panel, if need be, for the show tomorrow. So if I won't be the time displaced host, not much longer either. I'm getting Timescales is taking care of that for me. The equipment that was told to me, I'm getting that equipment. So, but the way people act is just why? Why they had to be so rude? Why they have to be so stupid? Like, are you open? Like, and the meat department, the meat manager, he's wearing the vest. He's wearing, the blue coat. He's got meat in the trays ready to put out. And every day he's like, "Do you work here?" No, I was putting out this meat. Ooh. So it's all over the place. I call them fog people because some say they were going out and it's fog out there and you can't see in front of your face. Which one had to bring her kids to work, and she said that she didn't want to be on the road, but there's people just don't care. They indulge on everything else. They want to have all the food they want and this and that because they can either get it from the government or run out of money or keep running up on credit. I mean, I should know. All this stuff needs to be gone. I can't continue living this. Oh, everything's fine. I gotta start selling things, starting to gotta liquidate. I showed off. I have a little penguin puppet, which I used for Frobisher from Doctor Who, but it's pretty much basically Mr. Fibbles from Red Dwarf. I know that one of my co-hosts is very upset. Understandable. People, you have belief, but I know that, as I said, I'm not going to get political here, but left wing, right wing, same bird. Each side will say something, but when it comes down to it, what is money? What is money saying here? What is the corporate secret government saying here? Well, you can say whatever you want, but we're still in control. It's a sad truth. So I don't believe in anything. I mean, promises that were told to you when you're a child. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. What happened? Nothing. You shattered dreams. Shattered dreams. Feel like I can run away. You got to, all those that are doing these things and, yes, it is fiasco. But we move on. We're free thinkers. If I just again, I don't trust anyone ever. It's put your money where your mouth is. I should rephrase that because I trust my crew. And two of my crew are on here. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. I trust in the people I have in my cabinet. But when you grow up and it's like, oh, your parents say, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to go to Coca-Cola in Atlanta. Oh, when you come to Vegas, you can come sing with us. The residency has ended yet again. It's like, will it be there when I eventually get there? Who knows? We don't know. So you got to believe in yourself. Don't fall into despair. Say, well, they did this, they did that. Well, it's not going to stop you from living your life. You still live. You still go on. Setbacks are always there no matter what. Whether the government says something, whether your family says something, whether your job says something, you live, you learn, and then there's loves. You keep continuing going. You keep going on. It's all you can do. You don't give up. And that's what Mark keeps telling me. Don't give up. Kenny does too. I'm sure Greg does too. I'm sure Jay does too. Jay's at Legion Con. I did my little part to help him to get there. So he's kind of busy for this week. But the next week I'm talking about Doctor Who. So if he wants to be on the Doctor Who episode, anyone will be on the Doctor Who episode, my crew would be on the Doctor Who episode. And then the Foodie episode, I got the list planned. Doctor Who, Foodie, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, possibly the top 3 80s cartoons, then top 3 90s cartoons, Christmas episode, and what's next. Based on when I can get Katie on, I'm gonna let her talk about theme parks because we just don't mention the names of the theme parks. We just mention, this particular theme park that has a particular ride. Because we don't need to be flagged like Legend of Charming Tars because it kept saying elections and stuff like that. And I think like 3 episodes that were set. I was like, wow. And I was kind of perturbed that I didn't have my comment posted up on the screen, but never give up, never surrender. Yes, I can't. It's okay to fail and make mistakes, but giving up and not trying is the worst thing to do. Yeah. I still say to the universe, just if I can quantum leap, I will see you guys in the other lifetime. Everything's the other parallel universe. Everything would be nice, but in this universe, I wouldn't be here. Probably get on along without me, and especially who would get along without me. Going to be in her autobiography. Like, really? I am going to go see a psychic though. I want to save the idea because Greg had a scary dream, and I mentioned the scary dream for the Halloween episode last week. But I'll say it here. It was actually excuse me, 4 years ago. Facebook said so. And the second part and third part, I kind of don't remember which order they were in, but I just put it together. I had the dream that it was a dream. I I woke up in my bed and the door was open, cracked open, and it was light outside. So say 8 o'clock in the morning, kind of thing. The light goes through the window. You know, I have so many boxes. I opened my eyes. It was dark, and the door was closed. It's like, creepy. And so the second one, I say I was sleeping and I felt I sleep on the right side. When you sleep, you're supposed to sleep on the left side because all your internal organs are that way, you know. But I was sleeping on the edge because sleeping on the right. I felt the bed drop on the left side of the bed. I woke up. Dr. Claw, remember, I'll get you, Gadget, next time. It was a silver point nail claw with a black shroud, a good cloak like I have in my. If I ever get to it, when the time comes and I had to go ride the horse, one of the horses next door, I'll be putting on there, sweating my brains out with a scythe. It's the whole breathing thing. I know I wake up, my throat's kind of dry and nose is dry. I blow my nose, it's kind of like, why am I bleeding? Why is my kidneys doing this? Of course, my kidneys are shot because a lot of kidney stones. So keep hydrated, my friends. But when that claw touched my left foot, it's like I woke up, with the darkness. And also the fact that I have a lot of crap all over everything. I have like a narrow pathway from getting out of the bed to walking and everything in front. So just that whole. That's never again. 4 years ago, never happened again. I keep saying, be nice, I'm copying her now. It's true. You got to control yourself. My assistant manager, I hiccuped. I still taste spaghetti. So I don't think I changed the timeline. Maybe it did. I don't know. He said when he goes to the doctor, his blood pressure is like high, and then he's waiting, and then it goes lower and lower, lower. They say, don't bring work to home. Don't bring home to work. You can't control everything. And he just gets so anxious. And that's why I'm not a manager. I don't want to be anything like that ever again. I did my part. But this, ooh. And then my hours were cut for next week. Like I'm still putting back my almost 2 hours, one way or another. So I don't care. I don't get paid enough. Unless I win the lottery, then it's on the note was you need to cut 25 hours off the schedule. It's like, then why'd you hire so many damn people? Why don't you fire that idiot that doesn't do anything? Or I win the lottery and say, well, then I'm just going, that's it. I'm not coming in on Thanksgiving. If I do, I'll start screaming at people. It's like, get the out of my store. I can't wait till Daniel takes control. Of course, he may lose his hair. Dude had long hair and like, oh, my hair's falling out. This is what they do to you. Never in my life have I had a demon dream like that happen to me. And I want to have that as an episode of. I would love to have it as an episode with Mark Muncy of Eerie Travels, because he'll be a permanent host. No doubt about it. Because he's told us about scary stuff. He told us one time on Legend of Traveling TARDIS, think Annabelle. I think, and I know I'm not time displaced here. I'm clear, pretty much clear. Yeah. There was a boy doll, and they put him in a box, right? And they said, "Who can we give this to? Let's give it to Mark Muncy." So he did what he could, to secure the box, like Annabelle Lee. And they said, and they were about to give it to his other people. I said, no, has to be even further reinforced. So everything is up to snuff, right? The little boy doll that's possessed, kept in a box, was put in the attic and given to this nice family. They just say, okay, we'll take care of him. We'll keep him up there. What he said, one day there was laughter in the house. There was so much happiness. It's filled the whole place. And they could not detect. Oh, the doll is still possessed, but the anger was subsided. After hearing the laughter from the family, he just felt so much joy and compassion. He was no longer angry. He was happy. He's in a home, loving people, and he was like content, very subtle, ever happiness. It's what we all want, But when Mark feels better, got everything taken care of, we'll bring him on. That's why I really want to save the scary things till then. But then again, he can pop in anytime and say, I got a scary story. But if enough of us have a scary story, between Mark and Kenny and Greg and I, Jay, Katie, if I can bring in Dave, if I bring in some of the old crew from the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, which one is kind of busy right now. She's on another show. One hasn't replied. Dave's busy. One hasn't replied either. Billy Floyd from the Kitchen Killers has hearts. Sure, man. But he's busy. Another one hasn't replied, but I know where he works. I'm going to see if I can see him in January. But I'm going to see a psychic. And that's the one I will reveal when we do the live show when I come back. What I have learned. Because it's a doozy of a story. Tales from the dark side. But let me just give you a sample. So, some years ago, I went to see William Lamb, the Horoscope Man, appeared at Orlando Fashion Square up in the food court. And I had scheduled with him, a reading, this and that. And he told me about some things I can never remember, of course. He says to me towards the end, "You have a girlfriend?" I says, no, he says, "You have a girlfriend." I said, "No, I don't." He said, "What do you mean?" Thank you. He got mad at me for saying I did not have a girlfriend because he read it in the chart and he got ticked off. And then he paused and the time went over. And he said, "You owe me money." I was like, what? We went over the time. And this was a long pause. He made sure that happened. So I had to go to an ATM. Thankfully, I had my debit card with the PIN, the fee, gave him money. I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Nothing. I just want to get this done with." He just looked at me like I was a piece of garbage and I was lying. I wanted to call the radio station so many times and say, he called me a liar, basically. He got mad at me. Then it was in terms of, well, sometimes my predictions are there. To be honest, I didn't see myself with a girlfriend. I didn't have any. I wasn't with a girl. I wasn't with anyone. Period. Nothing. He wasn't lying. He just didn't know. He saw something, but he didn't know what it was. Someone did see something, but cannot do anything about it. So my journey back home to Orlando, to where I know there is a psychic, been there forever and a day, basically in my old backyard, technically. There's a place, there's some parking there. I'm going to walk in. Well, I'm there for a week, so if need be, I have to do a schedule. But it said walk in. So I'm supposed to, not say anything, let the card reading happen. But because of the situation that's happened here, I cannot have any backup confirmation. And yet, my ex that I know of, broke up with her, still friends. She never said anything about it. And my best friend who dabbled with the cards, she didn't say anything about it. That's why I never knew. But when two people who have, the horoscope man who had no idea what was going on but saw it, and an empath that saw it but couldn't do anything about it and said, go see a psychic, and a priest, and now I'll see what I can do. And that's part one of the tale. I don't know if there'll be a priest thing involved, but there is a literal attachment to me, and said once it's gone, I'll be happy. Now I am going to be on vacation, during the Chinese, but I say it's the Lunar New Year, because the Vietnamese Lunar New Year is the Moon New Year, not the one that was Gregorian. Decided to say, well, I don't want 13 months. I'm going to make it 12 months, because when we had 13 months, which follows the same pattern, every month had 28 days. Everything followed the same way. 28 days a month, and begins again on a Sunday. That's why the horoscopes were changed as well. Again, people in power can do anything they want. And things change eventually, for the good or for the bad. We move on. Don't be in despair. Don't be held down because, things change. And we continue. Stay strong. My minor breakdowns, I didn't have a breakdown today. I just get angry. I just, it's where I wear the mask. Wear the mask and wear the face shield. I was told I yelled at the baggers. I said, no, I just said loudly, you don't need to double bag it. Like, how was that yelling? How was that being mean? It's like, I wasn't being mean. I was saying it loud because people keep saying, I can't hear what you say with your mask. This new generation is just... So with my friends that are there for me, I'm doing my best now. I feel much better in my life. Yes, the pain, the anger, they still exist. They always will be. But I know that, and tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, people will be there, and I'm thinking, look at these fog people. I should say when they came in the fog, but it's brain fog people, because they just don't have a clue of what they're going to do. But I feel good. This is what my show here is about. Me just to go. I do bleed into the other show because it's my crew, feel good. And it was like here, I feel good. My crew's here too. But something I wanted to show on Wednesday, but because I had dinner, I went to the antique mall. Nice guy, very nice man. He knows who I am, knows where I work. I know where he works. He's got tomatoes on the side of the building, little tiny tomatoes, sweet as can be. Ghost peppers. As I, if people weren't zooming at 70 miles per hour down the highway, down the interstate, Ventura Highway, they would have seen us, like, what are they doing over there? Tomatoes everywhere. Hilarious. Someone named, it was a Fanboy Collectibles and Comics. They set up shop in there, and they reduced a lot of things. As you know, I got Wonder Woman. Oh, no. I'm crooked. Wonder Woman. It's good enough. I got Wonder Woman for what? I took out the sticker. I dropped my hummus on the ground. Oh, move the whole thing over. So I got Wonder Woman for cheap. I was just looking in the comics. I have this. I got the picture from Ross. And I love this picture. And I look it online and say who it was. Why is it Superman in gray and black? The red eyes. This is when Supergirl that came from the other universe, and she was like shape changer. So I read it online. So she took on the look of Superman, but in the gray and the black, red eyes and a beard. She was just angry. So I got the big picture from Ross. I finally got the comic book, $3 just to have it. Action Comics number 644 back in 89, 75 cents to pay $3. I can go for that. I'm always looking for stuff, I was thinking, which I do have, a Shadows of the Empire, Luke in Imperial Guard disguise. I can put the head of the Bespin Guard on there. Where's the Bespin Guard? I moved him. Still got work on the November display. Have that, and Dash Rendar. I could put the head on there too, because these were the old ones when the head was and the neck was together. So I can do that. And a Sizor. The green dude. I sent to Orlando because I didn't want to deal with UPS. It's funny because I got UPS deliver the Stranger Things, He-Man, and Vecna, which when I was on Kenny's show, in the comments, it was Mr. Home Arcade said, was it, that's why I said, do they look realistic? Because Mr. Home Arcade didn't like the way He-Man looks. It was too pale, very, can't remember the word anymore. That's what I'm saying. For Skeletor and He-Man, if they were, real life, would they look like that? Because more of a tan. But I like it too. My battle axe has markings on it. It's not perfect, so just flip it around. Because I just, for me in the hallway, I took I can take those pictures too. I had a He-Man figure. I got the boot knife. I just need to paint it handle yellow. Got him with the other armor. Yeah. So these are unique things. I like this. When this goes to 50% off, I'll get another one. I got the Skeletor one 50% off, and the Mandalorian droid set, which is R5D4. I'm grateful that I'm happy that R5D4 made a new appearance in the news later series. And he also has the jet rockets on his legs, so he can do what R2 did in episode 3. It's like, yeah, R5D4's back, baby. But I'll do the camera thing. I like doing those shorts. It's cool. So I have the regular He-Man. I put the armor, which has the H on it because that's what they did later on. I have Skeletor. I had the custom head, which looks a lot better to me than the animated one, but that's how I'm used to it. That Skeletor head. You bumbling boobs. I'm gonna display them in the back. I'll do something, but maybe tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm doing the filming. Tomorrow I'm doing a show. I mean, more of a realistic. Yeah, I was thinking like, well, do I just use this He-Man? Use that He-Man for? Yes. Kenny's gonna use that He-Man, that Skeletor for his displays. I got my whole idea of eventually when I can put up Eternia. Well, you may also notice that board is kind of empty. Nothing I can do about it. I'm still going to put that poster. Make that poster. It'll say Spill the Geek Tea on the bottom. I'll have the teapot that Mark created, like that one, but bigger. And all of us around there, you know. I'll just have Jay's helmet, have Kenny's other sticker, which is over, but not the sticker. Just I'll make a smaller print of your sticker, maybe a little bigger one of Jay's helmet, shrink down time scales. Put Katie. I got a picture from Katie's there, so I'll be around in the steam of Spill the Geek Tea. Even if I had to cut and paste it myself. Literally. I gotta clean this stuff up. So when I was when I was in the back looking through some Fanboy Collectible, I just thought in my head, like, I wonder if I can find this comic. It was there. I said, well, let me look, and there's a Superman, right? I paid $5 for this Superman. I think he'd be. There are two Supermen I wanted to do. I had the animated one, the animated series Superman. I was painting. I did a nice, the dark blue with the black inside, because that's what I liked when he went for that outfit. It was pre Kingdom Come look, and so this would have been the other one. I still have a figure. I still have a Superman that I'm going to try to do this with. It's just steady hand. But this one, I think that'd be kind of cool as Kara as Superman, because this was a Funko Pop now. And what did they do? They copied it exactly. The shadow, the black face, the black there, and the black stripe. Up, nope, down. They did that for the Funko Pop, just black, and like, no. I understand you're trying to match the comic book, but it looks weird. So if I can have this one look like that with a beard, that'd be kind of cool. That's $5. And I looked again. I went, okay, what was the second thing I saw? It was Vision. I paid $5 for. I bought a bunch of these because I have Cybermen heads, the custom heads. They said it was like the perfect body. So just paint them silver, gray, and if I ever get to it. Here comes my cake. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. Let's look at that scar on my neck. I ripped the scab off. So some yellow cake. Top one, it has pecans in it. Moist. I said moist. I went down the wrong pipe. Let me get off these. Not to choke on my own show. Get through these figures and then. So pretty much a good show. It hasn't a little glitch of me when I get too close to the microphone. I'm just losing this. I did get the girl from Rogue One. Because she'd be scale with one of the doctors. Not sure which one, but I always try to find certain figures. And she only cost me $5. They all cost $5. And I saw this, I had to get this one just because it's hilarious. It's a Plastic Man. A Happy Meal toy. So you know what? I'm gonna put Plastic Man somewhere over here. I'm gonna change the routine, change the look here. So Plastic Man will probably be around here somewhere, maybe. Now, as I said, our dear Katie, wonderful co-host, smiles, she's happy, but you know, she, among everyone else, you know, the voting thing, which you know, I don't trust any politician. It's like one thing, nothing. I give them all a chance. What's done here? For the like I say, so I'm not gonna say I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry. I'm always angry. Let's just deal with people. Let's see how things go. Because remember, people have been around forever. You read the Bible, which is a nice book to read. It's written by whoever's in charge to say, well, this happened here. It's like, how did you know that happened there? How do you so vividly describe who Adam and Eve were? The Garden of Eden. If they existed there, how did people live outside? No, these two were specifically brought out in the Garden of Eden. Lilith existed before that, which I had to tell a Catholic that. It's like, you're a Catholic and you did not know about Lilith? Lilith was created as the equal to Adam, and she had her ways of speaking and doing anything she wants. So God said, you know, get out. That's why Eve was created from the rib of Adam. And they did anything they wanted to until she had to take a bite of that apple. There's like, let's have kids. Then the one kid kills the other kid. Wow. To venture forth. This, that. What's the other one? The Tale of Italians Coming to America, right? And say, well, we don't want you here. Well, you know, we had Christopher Columbus. He discovered America. With the story written by Irving, the man who wrote Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It was a tale. It was a story. It was not real. Columbus was a Jewish person who killed his way across trying to get all the money and everything else. He never discovered America. So the story of it, yes, it helped the Italians, but it did not help anyone else. You know, I didn't know. It was like in kindergarten, all these things, okay? People are taught these things to believe. They lose their creativity. They're forced to do things they don't want to do. to expand their minds, to understand things. You put it into a box, put it into a cardboard box. So, as I said, all these things that are happening now, have happened in the past, will happen in the future. Don't be discouraged. Move on. Continue onward. I mean, the whole situation with me, and I didn't expect it to happen at all. But I've been broken many times over. And I still go on. Every time I think about it at work, what happens? Queen, The Show Must Go On, pops up. It's a random shuffle. I told my work bestie, when Freddie was full blown and he was dying, and Brian May wrote the song, Freddie took a shot of whiskey and said, "Let's do this, darling." One take. One take. When he was at his worst, he was at his best. And we had the song, The Show Must Go On. I could never reach that high level, but I always imagine in my mind being in the theater again, because we had the big theater, right? And I would be up on stage. I would be singing all the lyrics, and I had be attached with wires. So when it's like, my soul is painted like the wings of butterflies, fairy tales of yesterday, grow but never die. I can fly, my friend. I'm just in the air, and I am afraid of heights, but they're just lifting me up slowly, and I'm just singing away the background music and bring me down. I'll face it with a grin. I'm never giving in. On with the show. I had to constantly remind myself these things, that all this is temporary. There's a bigger picture. Things will never always work out right for you, but you still go on. You still move on. The show must go on. Spill the Geek Tea will go on. It's more than me. Because otherwise, it's just been, as if I had 1,000 subscribers on this page, it would just been, like Adam from Radical Toys said, you can do one-on-one interviews, and it's just been me interviewing Mark, interviewing Kenny. We just do a simple thing like that. But with StreamYard going on, I'm doing it. I just want to know how Kenny and Greg saw Katie's reaction when I was on the solo shot, because only an administrator can see on the bottom of the screen everyone on there. But then again, also Jay took over. Say, I'm confused. Not in a bad way, just confused of how did you guys see Katie's reaction? But I just said Kenny Oz does it when he just, everyone's down there. I just so used to it when we do it in Legend of Traveling Tars is you focus on one person, The first episode, which is now defunct, I didn't do any zoom, and that's what I missed out on catching Billy Floyd on there, because it was just, there was me, Mark, and watching, and there's all these things happening in the bottom. It's like everyone's watching this, they're not seeing, the big screens. Like, what are they doing back there? I can't see. It's that focusing on. When someone's talking, you focus on them. But I'll play with it. I just want everyone to have their time. Can't always get the reactions. It's the reaction time of me trying to put it back in an order. It's like when I go from the countdown, pause, straight into the introduction. pause, pop up on the screen. I can do that. But if I'm going to be time displaced, so tell me if I'm time displaced tomorrow. I should charge the phone too. I think I'm going to charge the phone. You just on? Okay. Oh, I need to charge the phone. I got Jody on there. Oh, what the? Oh, I have an emergency screen. Yeah, I really need to charge. I'm at 6%. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to charge the phone so I have it in case I need to go on StreamYard, which someone else has a StreamYard. I'll just grab the link and I'll move myself into the upper corner, the dog, and I'll put up a little banner box. I'll hide behind it if need be, just because, and I will be on the screen through the phone. So your time displaced host will figure this out till I get the proper equipment from California. But see, again, I don't care. I'm a mod, so I understand. This and this. Lesser of two evils. But what about this? What about that? It doesn't rule my life of who's in charge. If need be, I need to sell off everything. It was one of those things on Facebook or something? I just need to sell off everything and move to the forest. Of course, then I can see those wolf spiders. Oh, hell no. Creepy crawlies all over the place. No. If I had to move into those tiny houses, just me and a computer, fine. I'm in here all the time. All this stuff is just nice and looking at, but if someone wants it, I've enjoyed it enough. I gotta sell it. I can't take it with me. Some stuff is still sentimental, if the yellow bird, Katie was talking about the yellow bird, but I'm gonna message her in a moment. Say if you want a yellow bird, I can ask my friend if they come out with another one. So it's either version 2 or if there's a version 3, Rogue. If there's a version 3, Rogue will have to be somewhere else. I have to make a platform or something. I got to take out on Funkos. And the board needs to be changed. There's one missing. Can't be heartbroken forever. But I'm going to give her a gift. I was trying to find, because she's not on here watching. We're only she doesn't follow me on Instagram, but I follow her. That's not creepy. I message her. She was talking about Mr. Fibbles because I brought him out a couple times. I'm thinking just giving her Mr. Fibbles, the penguin puppet, because it's been 4 years since the company existed, and I don't think they exist anymore. It's that whole automatic generated thing I got off of eBay, and they don't exist on eBay anymore. They're just done. So I had fun with Mr. Fibbles. He's in a couple of my Doctor Who photos. I use him as Frobisher. I have enough Emperor penguins from the plastic ones, so I'll even pay the higher prices to mail it because the post office is ripping people off because they're being ripped off by Bezos, Turdball, Amazon jerk, Bezos, just so she can have. I'll make sure everything is wrapped up and put in a box and bubble wrap, all that stuff. So I'm gonna send her. I tell her, I said, I'm gonna send you a gift from now till Christmas, or before Christmas, so you can at least have it. A friend. So I'm gonna surprise her with giving her Mr. Fibbles because she'll have more enjoyment with her displays, and she'll do her little her TikTok and Instagram videos. Give her some enjoyment, some happiness. Mailing out that big giant dude that's in the other room, that's going to take some time because he's buried again. And I don't want to pay the exorbitant prices for that. Anything small, send, but Which reminds me, I saw a picture on Mondo that they're coming out with an anti-Eternia battle cat using the regular helmet and the horn helmet, not the two fancy schmancy ones that they created, which I would love to see those as helmets. Those are on my wish list. This is too much stuff to collect. I mean, again, I got that's like the Skeletor Stranger Things 50% off. It's Orlando as of yesterday with the Mandalorian droid set with R5D4 because I got that one with 25% off from Target, and the Skeletor one was 50% off, so that was a good deal. For another one, the He-Man ones, I wait for it to go 50% off. Jaundice is the word I was thinking of. Mr. Home Arcade said He-Man looked like he had jaundice because he was so pale. He's so used to the darker tan one. That's why I asked Kenny about, realistically, could you see that He-Man over the original toy He-Man? But since I used the armor from Masterverse with the H on it, just to be different, and I used the shield from Masterverse, and I used a sword which I got off of Etsy. It has little glow-in-the-dark edges to it, so it's like lightning. It's like, and I got the hand from Mega Customs, so I got the right pivot hand. And with Skeletor, I use the cartoon accurate head on the Origins body because I like that one better. It's silly, it's funny. And I'll do the video. I painted a Power Sword all chrome. I painted a Power Sword yellow to match the first comic book that came in. But Mega Customs also made a younger version head for Splinter. But when Mr. Home Arcade put He-Man with this outfit, I think, and you know what? Because I constantly forget I wanted to have a head made of me for Masters Universe, so maybe not that He-Man, even though the paleness would work. Jones. Just use one of the other He-Man bodies. My head wearing this outfit, not just the garment, shawl, no cape. Put the cape on the side. So as Mr. Home Arcade had He-Man lounging, I was like, well, it could be me lounging. Nothing spectacular, just me wearing his outfit, kind of thing. Having fun. That's why I got this other Splinter, just to say, well, I could be Masters in the Universe having the whole thing there. Like, what weapons do I have? Well, I don't know. I have to go through the box of stuff. So I did not get political. I got a little bit to say that, we just got to move on. A lot of people are upset. Understandable. Others are saying, they chose because I didn't want to get this far. The economy needed help. They're tired of paying for everything so high. Like, I complained about that stupid Krabby Patty meal. That was horrible. When I got this for next to nothing, I got this from Ross. I got a whole Krabby Patty meal for $4. Combo meal, $4. I can do a review on that. No, I want to at least to afford things. You know, when the price of meat, they're talking about going from $5 a pound to $8 a pound. And that was our main thing of people going for meats and just scavenging either use their food stamps or checks or debit cards or credit cards. Like, what's wrong with you people? You don't need to eat as much red meat. People buying cigarettes, the price of cigarettes keep going every time my order comes in on Friday because I do the check-in. What was once $3, dip is now $6. The last bump up was $5.99. It was 6 something, almost $6.50. And because my meat manager has to have his dip, just to because just deal with these people. The price of menthols went up like $10, like a carton, more. Candy, $2.50 for a king size. What we talked about? Okay, still got my Jamie Dodgers. So I got a clear screen. The king size version compared to I still got this other Kit Kat too. Where's it? The Almond Joy regular version compared to a king size one, which just has another piece in it. Compared to half of this would be the snack size, fun size. No, not even half of it. The fun size is smaller. The fun size is a freaking piece like that. That's a fun size piece of candy. And so what does that bring about? Oh, got to eat more of them. The lights blinked. So I think that's about time to go away the Jamie Dodgers too. They're good till the end of this month. I got to eat them. So, I would like to see things go. I would like to see inflation go away. I like to see lower prices because, now that I am lost. I lose $100 a week now. I lose $400 a month because I cannot get those hours because I'm considered part-time. You cannot go beyond 30 hours. So I go 29.95. If I stayed the extra 2 minutes, I would have had 30 hours exactly. That was the point. My insurance goes up too. But that's why I can have my insurance. Because I don't work enough hours. Because if I worked enough hours, then I deal with the garbage insurance, which wouldn't cover me, which would not have taken care of this tumor removal. If I was with that, I would have cost me. I should have went itemized. I should have done it. I thought I did. I didn't. But the insurance did kick in and paid a vast amount of money. I think it pay like 15, 25% off. And then it just pays the thousands and thousands of dollars. Because if I didn't have insurance, I'd be doomed. If I had the insurance at work, I wouldn't be able to afford anything. But because I have the good insurance, but now it's like, it's you lose things. To gain one thing, you lose another thing. So for me to start selling this stuff, I gain, pay for more bills that are always getting higher and higher. I would sacrifice. Sir, we all have to sacrifice things anymore for the better of our own lives. But in order to live, you cannot stop corporations. You cannot stop pharmaceuticals. There's nothing you can do about it. We have to adjust. We have always been living beyond our means. We're saying, well, they want to do this, they want to do that, we want to collect things, be happy. All those new Doctor Who TARDISes, like I would love to, but I just want to finish off the ones for the character options scale. I already have my TARDIS. It's the first one, which is the incorrect one, with a short roof, with a big base, but it has artwork from Paul Hanley. I got it from him. When he saw that I was the one bidding on it, he's like, he knew it was going to go to a good home. So that's my TARDIS, the incorrect TARDIS. I also used the other incorrect TARDIS, which was from the Third Doctor, which also had a big base and a flat roof. I was like, that's not right. When Character Options releases toys, and like, it's not the right one, so okay. I had I used in my stories. I had 4 TARDISes. I have the one that fell off the truck, which is Fifth Doctor's TARDIS with a big base. That passes down from the Guardians of Gallifrey story movies, which I took over. Then that one was destroyed. Then I come up with the Jade Pagoda, which I got from a friend. It's not the best thing looking, but it's, then that's destroyed. I'm going spoilers here. Then I have, how do I get that TARDIS in? Wow. I hope I wrote the stuff down. I had TARDIS, and that was destroyed. I had another TARDIS. Oh, I had the TARDIS that crossover from the parallel universe. Yeah. So I had a crossover from the parallel universe. So that's that one, the Third Doctor's TARDIS. Crossing over. First timeline. That was the first timeline TARDIS. Second timeline, I had the nice one. Kind of was a Fifth Doctor's TARDIS. It looked nice. The one that fell off the truck. That was destroyed. But I had the Jade Pagoda for a short time. That's destroyed. And then when I was able to cross into a parallel universe with a time bracelet, I get that TARDIS. That was it. I had to remember these things. So, will I ever write the stuff? I don't know. Will I just tell the story? That'd be nice. Pass it down. It may be altered, maybe changed, but at least it's something. At least we have something, right? That's what you can be thankful for. You can still go on with your life. Rules and dictations. Yes, nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing ever will be. But we go on. My signal that, thankfully this thing is working properly. My skin, the skin, my hair falling out, all these things, nothing's working properly for me physically. There goes 2. Working in a lousy job, but it's only 2 minutes from my house. Daytime hours only. 29 point something hours. Saturday, I get like an hour rest to do little things. And Sunday, I get I'll spend at least 2 hours in the back room doing what I need to do there. Not perfect. Horrible people, the fog people. But I come home. I'm bombasted, trying to calm down. But it still has something. I lose $400 a month. But ultimately, I know I got to get rid of the stuff. I got a Superman with water still in his head, so I could never yank his head off. But the Doctor Who Funko Pops, I can pop the heads off. Just gonna put that my head on. Just gonna put my head on a Superman body. So, like I said, he's got scars. If someone wants a slightly water in the brain Superman, that's why he's pissed off. I got it. I got one in a box too, because obviously it's not. I got 2 at the same time. So one's in a box, one is loose. So, I got waiting on McFarlane toys to say if I won those sweepstakes, sweepstake entries. I won another one. So, okay. I wanted, surprised I didn't want it, but because it was available. I'll put on eBay. I'm thinking of doing that from now on. Is when I do my show, I'm going to have just create a playlist and say, here it is. Here's the eBay link below. Click on it, and starting bid like Hebrews starts all the bids like $1. I'm not able to do something like that because I can't print things out. But I'll be comparable, competitive. Not overbearing. It's like, well, I got this. Here's what I paid for it with shipping. Well, how much is that for? Yeah, well, I also paid shipping, so I will at least get my money back. So here's what I bought. Trying to get my money back. Can I make more of it to pay for eBay fees? So I'm clear and good. Good. That's one less thing gone. That's nothing gone. Gone. And that's what needs to be done. So I really got to start. Because of weeklies, I got a freaking year's worth of art things to read off here. Do I even bother with some of this anymore? Like November 6th through 12th, 2024. Reading the history. Oh, I can do this for tomorrow's show. This day in history, November 11th, 1865, 1918, 1921, 1982, 1984. So stuff like this. So I want to just go through and say, here's some information. Do I just do a mass recording? I might. I'll think about it. Because I want to inform people, and when I did those kudzu weekly art videos, some people watched. I just want to keep everyone abreast of things. Like this one was October 12th through 18, 2022. What happened on that day? December 21st, 2022 to January 3rd, 2023. Two from another location because that's where I used to work in the area. The Good News Weekly. Shout Merry Christmas, not Happy Holidays. Oh, that one I gotta read. Oh, stuff like this, some stuff like that is precious for the show. Oh my, that's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna go through, see what I can sort out for a Spill the Geek tea. That's hilarious. And then just recycle. Gotta recycle, people. It's all gonna work out. It's clearing of the mind. Clearing of the floor too. So phone died. Gotta charge it. So the figures will be figures I wanted for $5 each. Let's see what I knew about Superman. Vision Tournament with Cyberman. Rogue One chick, but with a Doctor Who character, and Plastic Man just because it's weird. Somewhere just fit him in here. But I'm grateful to you guys. I'm grateful you guys. Putting up with me. Putting up with my insanity. Because, with the one in Vegas, the other two in Vegas, but the other two guys, I don't go weird and crazy. They don't follow me either. So maybe that's why they can say, oh, hey. I gotta ask the bassist how tall he is. And ask the drummer too, saying, because it's the truth. All the drummers I've known, they're short. I've known short drummers. I've known of short drummers. It's like, Jason, how tall are you? And Nils, he's like, dude. One girl posted on Instagram. She was 3'1". It's like, oh, you got 3'1". I mean, 5'2" is 5'4". How are you 3'1"? And you're not getting my money. No. You're not going to get me over there. Speaking of which, I do have an OnlyFans page. There's nothing on it because it costs men money to post on OnlyFans. But girls get to do it for free. Yeah, girls can do it for free, but I send everyone to this page here. So you want to see some hot? Go to youtube.com/ad Reverend Amagon. Tasty cake. I don't know how I would put it there. It's free to make the description, but I just don't know. After the, and then this latest one just goes to, wow. But I'm going to run with it. I'm going to run with spinning off into filling the void. Welcome to Spill the Geek Tea. Because this is filling the void. Buying all these things. All the years of, I had something and then it was sold. I had something that was sold. Like, why are you giving away things that were meaning of something? And then getting rid of my Star Wars stuff to get Doctor Who trade paperbacks, which was, and something that I kind of ruined, which I need to like adjust. Another one I kind of ruined. I need a new sticker for. Another one, hopefully it's not ruined because I don't think I took out the batteries and it's been hidden for decades. Oh boy, that'd be really horrible. Just trying to adjust to new fandoms, of course, jumping back into the Master Universe. If I didn't jump into Master Universe, I wouldn't know Kenny, wouldn't know Oz, wouldn't know Get Jay, and all this stuff. Or that I wouldn't have my own Master Universe figure wearing this outfit, just not the guard, the thing there. So this would be me. Just I'm wearing a. Yeah. Maybe the cape. I like capes. And two Bob Steady is still on back order, so he's going straight to Orlando. So I won't have Metal Bato put together until I come back in February. And since Mr. Home Arcade already put them together, it's like, I don't need to lose any pieces. Okay. I got to put those in the other room. I didn't know it's been an hour and 40 minutes. And I have 5 people watching. I am surprised. I got to charge the phone. It's dark outside. I need to work on the TV display tomorrow or Monday. Clean this up a little bit more. Thank you all for being on here. Make sure you check out Kenzo's Creations on YouTube. Jim, I appreciate you stopping in. Cyborg 100, that's the Candyman. Catch him and Kenzo's Creations on Spill the Geek Tea while I work on that board, because I took off someone's poster. I could put Katie's picture up there, but I want to do the whole poster frame here with all of us and take that off too, because it's going to be the big old thing. Maybe put the sticker on the bottom. They put the, I don't know. I'll make a smaller picture of it. Make a smaller picture of that. I'll make a smaller picture of that and put it on there too, just on the little corner, because I'm using this StreamYard with no support. Word of mouth. We'll get on. We're the greatest show that no one's watching. It will work out. I mean, for me to have 185 subscribers on my page, amazingly enough. I'd still like to see 100 people at least. Yes, I was yearning for 1,000. But when we get going, we'll surpass the 40,000 subscribers on the Legend of Driving TARDIS. I just want everyone to be happy. I just want everyone to be saying, we participated. We were good. We are good. It's just getting people's attention. And I really, I can do tomorrow. Monday, I got to tackle something. If I tackle the TV display, that'd be something. So I may work on it. So thank you all for watching me babble on as usual. I'm grateful to you all. We'll work on ideas, this and that, because I still, have talk about taxes, talk about vacations, talk about computer issues, talk about collections, talk about hobbies, talk about TV shows, talk about music, talk about theme parks, talk about superstitions, talk about mascots, talk about celebrities that should keep their mouths shut and not say, well, scary stuff, UFOs. My milk is getting warm. I do have my written verbal message for the other show. But on here, please like, subscribe, share, comment, tell everyone about my show. The other show, which I'm not on much anymore, Kenzo's Creations. Let him get to 1,000, because can he get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year? And of course, the show that we're all on, Spill the Geek Tea. Catch it on YouTube. I wrote down MySpace, so I'm kind of late now, but I'm gonna look on MySpace and X, see about pushing the show on there. Say, hey, this great show is no one's watching. Come on over. It's fun. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So until the show comes on Monday night, and I do another live show on Wednesday, and the show will be shown here on Tuesday, probably around noontime, just to get it out there to my 185 subscribers. And come on, please, come on, my dear. That's about it. I said everything I wanted to say. Said things I didn't really want to say, but it works out. We got to keep on moving. For my own sake and my own mental instability. But everyone's so upset about the way things happened on the election. You still run your own life. You still have your own life. Just because someone says something here and there, you have a free will. You have a brain to think. You can work this out. You can talk to people. Talk to your friends. That's what support is all about. Not moving to out of the country or unfriending people because this and that. No. That's why I don't. Again, that's why I don't say this or that. Is I'm just saying from a moderator's point, we can figure this out. God will take good care of you. Just do as I say, don't do as I do. Genesis, Phil. I don't know how to say that whole thing. Like Phil Collins, I said this. He cannot even sit up on stage. He has to sit in a chair when he cannot move. He has his ex-wife and her boyfriend living in his house, and she's just taking all of his money. But he still goes on. That's his third wife, and she really screwed him over. But he still goes on. And all these things, all this list of things, all these bad things happen. Yes, we know. But just because one person says something doesn't mean everything falls through. That has to be adjusted. And it's too much bickering, too much fighting, getting along and working the best things for the people. Because they're all rich and powerful, and that's the problem. Deal with the sources there, then people can figure things out. This is why we don't have aliens coming to visit Earth, because they're either destroyed or captured or lied to because people cannot handle the truth. Open your minds, open your third eye, use your brain, common sense. If I'm staying at the damn register, I'm obviously open. If you learn to read the signs, it'll say you had to have the digital coupon. Someone said to me, you had to have a digital coupon. You had to have a physical coupon. No, it says digital coupons. So I had to mash the button. You press the button as it says. There are no physical coupons. It's digital. It's right there on your phone. Well, I can't have it on my phone because I have too many things on my phone. How can you have too many things on your phone? You couldn't put up a free app to get savings that you're complaining about not getting because you have too much crap on your phone. This is why we cannot have nice things. This is why they're not watching my show or the talk show with my ensemble cast, because they're not understanding this. This is spectacular. It's spreading the word, shoving it down their throats, because I can't afford to advertise it right now. That this is something good. This is good for you. I got too many things. An hour out of your time, 2 hours out of your time. What's wrong with that? I should read that book called Amagon. It's not based on me, but I'll be able to review, right? We do book reviews. Yeah, all of us reading a book in 1 week. I don't think that's happened. No, all of us reading a book within a couple months is like, what do you think about that? I'm not good at reviews. That's why I was on. That's one of the reasons why I was not on last week's episode. Not the main reason, but it was one of the reasons. I was going to, but anyway. Trying to finish my cake. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, other people that are watching me going nuts. Anyone stalking me? I am who I am. So with that, always remember, time waits and turns slowly. Time waits and turns slowly.